really like to use showboat beans, and if you're going to do a gallon, this is just a little less than a half gallon, so 2 of these will make just about a gallon of beans, and that's what I like to do for about 8 or 10 people. So we'll open this can, and you can drain them. If you drain the meat, the hamburger meat and the bacon, you don't need to drain the beans. You can just put them right out of the can where they need to go. Take the other can, do the same thing. I like to put the beans in first because to me the ingredients seem to mix better if you put everything in on top of the beans, because of course the beans are the main ingredient. There's no particular order to use, and so I'm going to chop up some onions next. And I guess everybody in the world knows how to chop up an onion. I like to just half them and then slice them and then cross them so that they come out just like that. And that saves you one cut, because when they come apart, it's in the slices and it does it itself. And probably about 2 cups of onions. I guess I got used to cooking for the band camp where I cook so much, because what I do is I just take a look at how many beans that I have, and then I just cover the top of those beans with onions, bell peppers, all the ingredients actually. So we'll finish chopping this onion, and then we'll see how much we have. I think on the recipe I've got 1 big old red onion, but that's not quite enough. So we've already chopped some more up. We just want to cover it good with the onions. If you can see that, that's quite a bit of onion in there, but it sure tastes good after it's cooked. Next ingredient we want to use are bell peppers, and we have already cut these up, and you'll notice that they're in 1/2-inch squares, 1/2-inch chunks, however you want to say that, but about that size. And then we just cover the pan with those as well. See, it's a good covering. Okay, next is the hamburger meat, and we have cooked the hamburger meat. We've drained the hamburger meat, and I like to break it up in, if you want a measurement, about 1 inch, maybe even a little smaller, 1/2-inch chunks, because when I'm eating the beans, I like to get a little bite of meat in there. Tastes good. So we'll just chop this hamburger meat up like that. You don't put any seasoning on it, and this hamburger meat is ground chuck. That's a little leaner than just the regular old beef flat hamburger meat that you buy at the store. The ground chuck, and I like it because, of course, it tastes good, and it doesn't have as much grease or fat in it. And you just put that in there, and that's about 1 pound of hamburger meat. And then you go with about 1/2 pound of bacon. Now we've already cooked this bacon crispy and kind of broken it up, but I even like it finer than this. So you can take out your frustrations on the bacon by just taking it and kind of crumbling it up like that. About 1/2 pound of bacon, cooked crisp, and then broken into pieces like so. Okay. Then next is the molasses. And for a gallon of beans in this size pan, you'll notice, by the way, that we're using a stainless steel pan. And you can get these at kitchen supply places. They are a little bit expensive, but they're great to cook in because You cook. If you're outside and rustic, you can serve in them, or you can put it in a bowl. And then the cleanup is so easy with stainless steel. Okay. So we just open this, and probably one bottle. This is a 12-ounce fluid ounce bottle. One bottle to 1 gallon of beans. Some people like to use brown sugar, and that's good. The beans need just a little bit of a sweet taste in them. And I just like the taste that the sorghum molasses gives to the whole overall bean pan. And then finally, our wonderful ingredient of black pepper. This is a homemade container, and again, you want to just cover it. You can get too much black pepper in the beans, and people will probably eat every bite anyway. So I just really cover it. That's a lot of black pepper. You notice that it covers the whole pan, but a lot of it will cook out, and then it'll glow a little bit, and that's what I like. Okay, so the best way to stir this is just my method, and I like to wear gloves when I'm doing this. So let me put a pair of gloves. You can get these gloves, 100 of them for $1 at the dollar store. So it's not like you're going to break the bank by using gloves. And so we just take these ingredients and we just turn them over. You'll notice that everything starts coming to the top, and those onions start mixing in, and the peppers start mixing in. The sorghum molasses starts mixing in. And you start wanting to eat this right then and there. And I have eaten this right now, and it's good. I've had a couple of people that have helped me cook that have eaten at this point in time, and every one of them have said, ooh, that's just as good as the cooked product. Okay, and we'll turn that up and take a look at it. And the way I know whether or not I've got enough black pepper, you can't quite see the black pepper in there, but if you look closely, it's just dotted. You can just see little specks of black pepper in there, and if you can't see those, you don't have enough. But I can see them, so I think we got plenty. We are ready to cook. Now when you cook this, you want to cook it about 5 hours, and you want to cook it, start at 350 and then back off every hour. You stir the beans. They will burn if you don't stir them. Stir the beans and back off 50 degrees until you get down to about 150, then that'll keep it warm enough for you to serve. Okay, yeah, you don't need to, you need the oven on bake and on 350 degrees. You don't need to preheat the oven, because if you're going to cook 5 hours, it doesn't matter if it's already hot or not. And then we'll just put these in here. And we'll stir them every hour on the hour, and as we stir them, we'll turn it down 50 degrees each time.